Hello guys. In today's video we're going to be talking about flipped normals. So if you do any work inside Blender and you export your meshes into Roblox Studio, you would have probably come across an error that you might not know how to fix where the faces on your mesh, either all of the mesh or some parts of it, are invisible. And I remember when I first found this when I was first learning Blender, and it kind of made me a bit puzzled. I didn't know what to do. However, there's a really easy fix, and I'm also going to show you some ways on how to prevent this that I use when I'm making meshes in Blender as well. Roblox Studio actually has a way to correct this using the double-sided property inside your mesh. If you make that true, it will turn all of the sides of the mesh inside and out, so you'll be able to see it no matter what. However, if you're making a project or if the thing that you're making relies on it being good with performance, this isn't going to work out at all. If you have many parts and many faces and triangles that are just all double sided, and you have, I don't know, a mesh that's 4K triangles and you double side it, that will now be 8K triangles. So try and avoid that if you can, but if it doesn't matter to you about performance, then you can use that all you want. So we're in Blender now, and you can see my object here that I imported into Roblox Studio. Now, you may be confused as to why all the faces are all the same and all visible now, whereas Roblox Studio it wasn't. Let me just say this is not the case. Okay, so if we go to viewport overlays and we go to face orientation, you will notice that the faces that were invisible in Roblox Studio are red. This means that they're inverted faces. So this won't make a difference really in Blender. However, if you was to export this into Roblox Studio, you'd still get the same issue. The grey ones mean that the faces are facing the right way. These are what you want it to be. The red ones, these are inverted and you're going to get invisible faces all the time. So how we correct this is by pressing Shift and then click at the same time. You can select faces. By the way, make sure you're in edit mode by pressing Tab. So once you're in edit mode, yeah, do that. So click Shift and click your mouse at the same time, and you'll be able to select all the faces at once. And then you press Alt and N together. And then you'll see a normals drop down menu where it says flip, recalculate outside, recalculate inside. We'll talk about these two at another time. However, this one is the one that we need to focus on at the minute. So we're going to press flip, and that's going to correct your faces. So if we was to export this into Roblox Studio now, it will appear completely visible and everything will be fixed. However, I just want to talk about something else before we go into Roblox Studio again. In order to stop this from happening in the future, so you don't have to keep on wasting time when importing into Roblox Studio over and over again, just make sure that face orientation is always on whenever you're making something in Blender. That will help you see if any faces have become the wrong way, and it will save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. So I recommend that, but it's up to you, of course. Okay, we're back in Roblox Studio now. I'm just going to import our object into Studio so we can see the fixed version of it. So here we go, guys. We have fixed the normal faces being inverted completely, and now you can see all of your mesh. So that's how to fix that. However, like I said previously, in order to prevent this, just make sure that you have the face orientation property in Blender always selected, and it will just save you a lot of time.